Good morning. Happy Vlogmas day 16. It is another, I don't know if you can tell from the window, damp, cold day. It's like 3 degrees, but it's like damp cold. I hate that. This has like been the worst December weather we've had in a while. Like, I just want some sunny days, cold weather without a wind chill, maybe a little dusting of snow. But no, it's either bitter blasting wind that cuts right through you or damp. This is what we're getting this month. Anyway, I have to go into the office today. My husband's gonna work from home. He had his Christmas party last night, so he's really tired. I'm hoping we can get out. I can get out of there early. I know most people are probably going to get out early because we have our Christmas party tonight, which I'm not going to because I'm just trying to avoid like super crowded areas like restaurants and stuff like that while Dad's going through chemo. So I'm hoping that when they all leave to go home and get ready to get back out, then I can just leave and go home. We shall see. Anyways, I have to get up to the house. At least I don't have to change. It's a casual day at work today. And I'm going to take my knitting with me because I am taking my lunch hour today. And I don't think there's anywhere I need to be. I don't think there's any errands I need to run. I do have to get a gift card, but I think I'm just going to do that on the weekend. So I think I might go down to Starbucks, get a coffee or a latte, and then come back and park in the parking lot at the movie theater and do some knitting. And I do have some questions from the Ask Me Anything that I put on Instagram and also in some of the comments as well. So maybe we can answer a couple of those. So I will see you guys later. So one thing I thought I would do this weekend is kind of go through my stash and or start to go through my stash. I may do it like in several parts just because I don't want the vlogs to be too long, because I know I know there's a lot of vlogs to watch, and I know I'm struggling to find time to watch all the ones I want to watch. So I do want to keep it short, but and I have stash upstairs and I have stash downstairs. So this here, actually I'll set my glasses. This here is all sweaters quantities. This here, I have to take this apart because I just don't wear it. And I love the yarn. This here is, again, mostly sweaters quantities. This here is all sweaters quantities, but this, I know some of what I'm knitting, what I'm making out of the yarn. This is all of my mohair. This is sock yarn mostly. This is my autumn, bring this up here, my autumn colorways. This is September Morn, this is Falling Leaves, and this is Embers of November. And I really want to make some sort of a fade out of this. I may do the Free Your Fade by Andrea Mowry. I'm not sure. And then maybe the only thing with that is that I find you don't use, like, you only use a little of the first, and then, you know, like, so there's lots left over. But I think what I could do is make one going one way and then make a second one going the other way. So what I have the smallest amount of on one, I will have as the larger amount on the other. If that makes sense. I don't know if that's what I'll do or not. It is lunchtime. Hang on. What am I looking for? Oh my God, I totally just blanked on what I was looking for. My glasses, probably. Oh no! My energy bites from this morning. Where did I put those? Oh, there they are. I have second cup energy bites and Starbucks coffee. This is my lunch. All right. We have questions. I'm gonna have crap all in my teeth now. Q&A, people. My favorite yarn to work with is one of the questions. We're starting with the hardest one. I would have to say my desert island yarn. I should say my own, but you know what I'm saying? I think it would be Illimani. And I'm not even going to narrow it down because it's hard enough. But it would be either Illimani Baby Llama or Illimani Echo Llama. And the thing I like about Illimani is it is so soft that it is just such a pleasure to work with, that I just love it. Another question was, what prompted you to start yarn dyeing? Well, that's a longer story. That's going to need some coffee. So what prompted me to start yarn dyeing was years ago. I should probably say decades ago. I had learned how to knit. Well, I learned how to knit when I was 9, and then I left it alone, and then in my 20s I picked it up again. And then like maybe my late 20s I picked it up again, and I just kind of picked away at it. I would make dishcloths and afghans for gifts, things like that. Every now and then I'd make a hat, maybe a pair of mittens. That was pretty much it. I kind of stopped for a while. Every now and then there'd be a dishcloth here and there for like at Christmas time for gifts. Because writing kind of took over. That was my creative outlet. That's where I spent kind of most of my non-working time. But about 4-ish years ago, I suffered a major burnout just from stuff going on at work and trying to put out like 1 year was 4 books a year, which is basically a full-time job in itself. And it was just all of this, it was like the perfect storm of stupidity. I just burned out. I burned out like hard. So I stopped writing, but I still needed a creative outlet. So I picked up my knitting again, and then I discovered knitting podcasts. And when I discovered knitting podcast, I discovered there was such a thing as hand-dyed yarn, which I had no clue about up until this point. And then I thought, wow, that sounds like a lot of fun. So I got some of the supplies, got a little bit of yarn. I decided to try it. Absolutely loved it. Found another creative outlet, because apparently if I'm not writing, I need all the creative outlets. So that is what got me started hand dyeing yarns. And up until this point, I already had an Etsy shop, and I sold hand knit garments, like just cowls and fingerless mitts and things like that. So what I ended up doing was transferring that over into my hand dyed yarn store shop thing. And that's how I got into hand dyeing yarn. Once I started it, it was just so much fun playing with color and whatnot. And that's how I got into hand-dyed yarns. So keep the questions coming. We do have some others. I'll kind of pick away at them as we go through Vlogmas. But just either drop them in the comments below. You can ask them over on the Loch Briar Knits Instagram. In the meantime, let's take a look at where I am with the cowl, because we haven't done any work on my mom's sweater this week. But I'm going to tackle that this weekend. I'm pretty sure I can get the sleeve done this weekend because it's bulky yarn. I've already got a start on the sleeve, like as much. But it didn't take me long to do the first sleeve. I've got all the markers where I need to do the increase or the decreases, because I adjusted it slightly for the length of the limb of the arm. So I've been picking away at the Scum Buddy Loves Me. No, Scum Buddy Loves Christmas. Ooh, batting 1,000. This doesn't even show the colors to their true brilliance. The green here is really quite vibrant. It's almost grinchy green, but not quite. So this is really, really nice. I love how it's knitting up. I'm probably going to go as long as the leftover city cowl, I think. Because this is the second one I knit. I like this length. I think that will be a good length. So I am about not quite halfway there, which is fine. There, this is what's keeping me warm today. Saturday evening, we've got Riley coming over to do Riley Miss, which is what we do every year before he goes to his grandparents in PEI. And we have our own little Christmas celebration. I've got my Pebble Cove something sweater on by Marie Green. I think I've already had this one on. This probably because I wear it a lot, but you can't really see it, but it's just a basic raglan sweater and it's super comfortable. I love the color, I love the yarn, but it pills like crazy. So I'm constantly like using the gleaner square thing on it. I have a gleaner. I don't think I've actually pulled it out and used it yet. I think I'm terrified it's going to eat my sweater, which is stupid. I don't know why I think that. I'll just pick a sweater I don't really like that much first and try it on that one. That's all I'll do. I'm going to finish eating my energy bites. This is my last one that I've chewed in your ear, and get some knitting done before I have to go back to the office.
Oh, holy night, the stars are brightly shining. It's the night of the dear Savior's birth. Long lay the world in sin and error pining, till he appeared and the soul felt its worth. A thrill of hope, the weary world rejoices, for yonder breaks a new and glorious morn. Fall on your knees, oh, hear the angel voice says, oh, night divine, the night when Christ was born. Oh, night divine, oh, night divine. Led by the light of faith serenely beaming, with glowing hearts by his cradle we stand. So lit by light, our stars sweetly gleaming. Here come the wise men from Orient land. The King of Kings laid thus lowly manger in all